In this video, I'll show you how to connect 2, 3, or even more monitors to your laptop, even if it normally only supports 1 or 2 displays. You can usually connect 1 or even 2 monitors just by plugging them in, but as soon as you try to add a 3rd monitor, that's where things stop working. Hi, I'm Kevin, and let's dive in. Let's start with the simplest setup. Most laptops today let you connect at least 1 external monitor without any additional hardware. All you need to do is plug a monitor directly into your laptop using a port like HDMI or USB-C. Once you plug it in, your laptop should automatically detect the display. On Windows, you can right-click on the desktop and go to Display Settings. And here, you can choose whether you want to duplicate your screen or extend your desktop across both displays. Extending your desktop is usually the most useful option because it gives you more space to work. As an example, you might keep email on one screen and maybe a browser or document on another. In many cases, you can even connect a 2nd external monitor using another port on your laptop, such as an additional USB-C or HDMI output. So with no extra hardware, you might be able to run something like this. But once you try to add a 3rd monitor, that's where many laptops run into a limitation. Even if your laptop has multiple ports, like HDMI and USB-C, it doesn't necessarily mean it can drive that many displays at the same time. The reason comes down to the graphics processor inside your laptop. Now, most laptops have a limit on how many displays the graphics card or GPU can support simultaneously. So when you plug in another monitor, one of 2 things usually happens. Either the monitor isn't detected at all, or the screens start duplicating instead of extending your desktop. This is one of the most common frustrations people run into when trying to build a multi-monitor setup. The good news, though, is that there are ways to get around this limitation and add more displays to your laptop. And this is where devices like USB display adapters and docking stations come in. Before we look at those solutions, I partnered with O-Ray on this video, who sent over a few of their adapters and docking stations that I'll be using to demonstrate these setups. One way to get around your laptop's display limit is by using a USB display adapter like this one. Instead of relying on your laptop's built-in HDMI or USB-C video outputs, this adapter connects through USB and uses software to create an additional display. Once you install the driver, your computer can treat this as another monitor, even if your laptop normally supports fewer displays. For example, you might have one monitor connected through HDMI and another connected through a USB display adapter like this one. Now, instead of mirroring the screens, you can extend your desktop across both displays and move windows between them just like you normally would. This is a really useful solution if your laptop only supports one external display, but you want to add a 2nd monitor to your workspace. Another option, especially if you want a cleaner setup or need even more monitors, is to use a docking station. A docking station connects to your laptop with a single cable, usually through USB-C, and then gives you multiple ports for monitors, USB devices, Ethernet, and power. Instead of everything plugging directly into your laptop, you plug everything into the dock and then connect the dock to your laptop with just a single cable. In this case, I can connect multiple monitors directly to the dock, along with things like a keyboard, mouse, or external drive. And the nice thing is that when you sit down at your desk, you only need to plug in one cable to your laptop and everything is instantly connected. So if you're running a setup with 2 or 3 monitors and maybe a few peripherals, a docking station can make the whole setup much simpler. While this video focused on extending your desktop across multiple monitors, there are a few other HDMI devices designed for different kinds of display setups. For example, if you want to show the same device on multiple screens, you would use something called an HDMI splitter. A splitter takes one input, like let's say a laptop or media player, and duplicates that signal across multiple displays. This is often used in places like retail stores, events, or anywhere you want the same content playing on multiple screens. If instead you have multiple devices but only one display, that's where an HDMI switch comes in. A switch lets you connect several devices, like say a game console, a streaming box, or a laptop, and then choose which one appears on the screen. And finally, an HDMI matrix combines both ideas. It allows multiple devices to be connected to multiple displays, and you can route any device to any screen. And here's a quick way to remember the difference between these devices. Feel free to pause here to review this visual. Hopefully this helped you understand how to connect multiple monitors to your laptop and what to do if you hit your laptop's display limit. I've included links to all of the devices that I used down below in the description, so feel free to check them out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.